Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar, the channel where we break down the latest news and deep insights about Iraq's currency, economy, and financial future. Have you heard the massive buzz about the 4B dinar launch? This is one of the biggest financial headlines of the year, and it's not just making noise in Baghdad, it's sending ripples through markets around the world. Today, we're unpacking what the 4B launch really means, why it matters, and what could come next for Iraq's long-awaited currency revaluation. Let's be clear. This isn't another rumor or speculative hype story. This is about a carefully structured plan to modernize and stabilize Iraq's economy for the long haul. We're going beyond the headlines to explore the real mechanics behind the revaluation, the strategy behind the reforms, and how it could reshape Iraq's financial landscape from the ground up. So grab your coffee because this one's going to be big. First, let's decode what 4B actually stands for. It represents the four core pillars of Iraq's new financial strategy: banking reform, balance stabilization, blockchain integration, and budgetary alignment. Together, these pillars form the backbone of Iraq's economic transformation. Think of it as a complete tune-up, a modernization effort designed to prepare Iraq for a more competitive, tech-driven, and transparent financial era. Starting with banking reform, Iraq's central bank has been quietly overhauling its institutions for years, working to meet global compliance and transparency standards. The goal is simple but powerful: build trust. Banks are now implementing real-time digital monitoring, AI-powered compliance systems, and stricter controls to stop corruption and money laundering. This level of transparency is critical if the dinar is going to be respected again on the international stage. Without that trust, a revaluation would mean nothing more than changing numbers on a screen. But with it, Iraq can restore credibility, attract foreign investment, and rebuild the foundation of its economy. This is why financial experts are calling the 4B rollout one of the most strategically planned reforms in Iraq's modern history. Now let's talk about performance. Unlike past attempts to inflate the dinar's value, this time, the Central Bank of Iraq is taking a sustainable approach. The value of the currency will be tied to real economic output, not speculation. Factors like oil revenue, controlled inflation, and growth in domestic industries will directly influence the dinar's strength. This creates a self-regulating system where performance drives value naturally over time. The 4B program also introduces a new real-time monitoring framework. This means every rise in the dinar's value will be backed by actual progress, measurable, tangible economic data, not artificial manipulation. It's a smart, cautious marathon approach, not a sprint. And speaking of modernization, the new dinar banknotes are about to get a major design and security overhaul. Advanced anti-counterfeit features like holographic seals and microtext printing will make them nearly impossible to fake. But there's also meaning in the design. Each note will reflect Iraq's history, culture, and pride. This isn't just currency. It's a symbol of renewal. It sends a message to the world that Iraq is ready to stand tall again, modern, secure, and stable. Now here's where things get really exciting: blockchain integration. Iraq's new financial system will use blockchain to track high-value transactions securely and transparently. That means no hidden money trails, no backdoor manipulation, just clear, verifiable records. This move not only boosts investor confidence but positions Iraq as one of the first in the region to embrace blockchain at a national level. This innovation could open the door to smart contracts, automated trade agreements, and faster settlements in international business, all of which signal a forward-thinking economy. The combination of tradition and technology is what gives the 4B initiative its unique edge. And yes, Iraq isn't doing this alone. The plan was developed in coordination with major global institutions, including the IMF and World Bank, ensuring that every step aligns with international best practices. With standardized audits, transparent reporting, and global oversight, the 4B framework checks all the right boxes for serious investors watching from abroad. So how exactly is Iraq rolling this out? Very carefully. Instead of a sudden revaluation shock, the central bank is taking a phased approach. The dinar's appreciation will happen gradually, triggered by real progress in sectors like agriculture, manufacturing, and tech. As each milestone is hit, the currency strengthens, naturally, not artificially. At the same time, Iraq is pushing hard on digital transformation. Mobile banking apps, online wallets, and secure payment systems are expanding financial inclusion like never before. Millions who were previously outside the formal banking system are being brought in, making it easier for the government to track revenue, tax flows, and spending, a major leap toward a more transparent economy. Of course, the question on everyone's mind, how will this affect everyday Iraqis? The central bank has made it clear, stability comes first. A dual-tier inflation model will protect essential goods like food, fuel, and medicine from sudden price hikes. By cushioning citizens from shocks, Iraq ensures a smoother transition that benefits both households and businesses. Global markets are watching closely. Forex desks, hedge funds, and regional banks are already positioning for possible dinar trades once restrictions ease. If Iraq's system continues performing at this level, the dinar could re-enter regional trade networks, reducing dependency on foreign currencies and boosting Iraq's economic independence. But beyond economics, this moment carries deep emotional weight. For millions of Iraqis, a strong dinar represents more than money. It's a symbol of pride, stability, and hope after decades of hardship. It rebuilds faith in national institutions and motivates citizens to save, invest, and believe in their country's future again. Behind the scenes, Iraq's central bank is also diversifying its reserves, shifting from an oil-heavy reliance toward a mix of gold, foreign currencies, and low-risk assets. This buffer protects the dinar from global oil fluctuations and ensures long-term security for the currency. To keep all systems aligned, a new central oversight dashboard now links the Ministry of Finance, the central bank, and major commercial institutions. This digital hub tracks liquidity, capital movement, and reserves in real time, enabling faster, data-driven policy decisions. It's the kind of high-tech governance Iraq has needed for decades. And make no mistake, this level of transparency is exactly what global investors demand. With every digital audit, with every policy update, Iraq moves closer to being seen not as a high-risk frontier market, but as a rising financial power. Long-term, the success of the 4B launch will depend on economic diversification. Iraq is incentivizing private investment in sectors beyond oil, from agriculture and renewable energy to IT and logistics. Each of these new industries adds a layer of strength beneath the dinar, supporting the currency's value with real productivity. Another key success factor has been communication. The government and central bank have prioritized transparency like never before, issuing consistent updates, press briefings, and data releases through official channels. This openness prevents misinformation and builds credibility across the board. What we're seeing here is more than a financial event. The 4B dinar launch is Iraq's blueprint for a new era, one built on accountability, innovation, and self-reliance. It's not just a revaluation. It's a reintroduction of Iraq to the global economic stage. As the rollout continues, expect more global attention, more partnerships, and yes, more scrutiny. But if Iraq stays the course, the 4B framework could set a new regional standard for smart economic reform. At the end of the day, this story isn't just about currency, it's about confidence. Confidence in Iraq's ability to evolve, to modernize, and to take control of its own financial destiny. The world is watching, and the next few months will be absolutely crucial. Thanks so much for tuning in to Iraqi Dinar. If you found this deep dive helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Let us know in the comments. Do you think the 4B launch is the turning point Iraq has been waiting for? We'll see you in the next one.